So we make a little interview. Nice to meet you, first of all. Obviously, I saw you in the first two races. And yeah, it's really cool to have you in World DX, I think. Yeah. Maybe to start, Oskar, maybe you introduce yourself a little bit to our spectators.
Well, yeah, hey, I'm Oskar. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Denmark. I drive karting on a daily basis, driving with the team as competition here in Denmark. At the moment, I'm driving the European and German and Danish championship in Rotax. And so far, it's been all right. Also, I'm driving the World X, getting faster and faster. Hopefully going to be good at Le Mans.
Okay. How did you get involved in motorsport? Was it because of your famous uncle?
Yeah, my uncle, he helped a bit, yeah. But mostly my dad, the brother, the little brother for Tom. He's been driving too. He's amateur world champion 2 times actually.
Okay.
Been driving. I can all the time I can remember. Been on the racetracks where my dad drove around in Denmark. My granddad also drove a lot. Was one of the European best. Road to gravel kind of cars. Yeah, championships also. So that's family history.
Yeah, real motorsport family. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And your aim, Oskar, is to become a professional racing driver as well?
Yeah, my aim is to be able to live of racing cars, have income from that, and also be able to race all around the world.
Okay. And which category are you dreaming of? Will it be Formula One or like Tom in sports car racing or GT or DTM or whatever? Yeah.
For me, it's most important to be around a team that I have fun with, be around in a car where I'm comfortable with everything. For me, Le Mans could be very, very, very fun to also have a teammate, to not be the only one deciding what's going on, but also DTM, where I'm the one who is in charge of the car. If I make a mistake, it's on me, nothing, no one else to blame. So it's me and my machinery.
So you're generally quite open at the moment, which category to go, yeah?
Definitely where the opportunity come from is the way currently I'm going. So yeah.
Of course, you are in World DX. We are racing electric cars. The world is changing, mobility is changing. There are coming a lot of electric racing series. Are you following them like Formula E or ETCR?
Yeah, I just saw a lot about the ETCR. We also have just the normal TCR in Denmark, but I heard the commentators on Danish TV said it's about 5 years maybe the changes is coming. Like in karting, actually, there's the road tracks I'm driving. They have come up with a electric kart. That's also it's faster actually than our motors. So of course the world is changing, and something I'm open to drive electric cars also. So it's a good thing, but just to keep climate good for us all.
Mm-hmm. Did you already have the chance to test the electric kart from Rotax?
I have the chance, yeah. I think I've been testing it pretty soon, hopefully, to try it out. So see what's it like.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You turned 16, I think, in January. Did it change anything in your mobility life, or is there no rules in Denmark with 16 that something changes?
Actually, no. Not like America where you get a license and all that. No. For us, it's 15. We get a lot more. Like now, you're an adult. You're allowed to do more things. Of course, alcohol. I'm allowed to buy that now, beers and so on. But for me, it doesn't change anything because I don't drink. So, but or just the number, I think.
Are you already allowed to drive cars now on the roads?
No. That's you gotta be 18.
Ah, that's 18. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's still a while.
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with your uncle, with Tom? Do you talk to him a lot? Do you see him often? Yeah.
I think our relationship is like nephew and uncle. I always didn't see him as the famous Tom Kristensen. I just saw him as a casual uncle who's like to have fun and mess around. But yeah, I can feel he's out a lot, not out racing before, and now out as a commentator or ambassador, or what he's doing around the world. So yeah, I definitely feel it, but just normal uncle for me.
How much did you follow his career? I think he stopped racing when you were pretty young still. Huh?
Yeah, I still remember some races, like last 2 or 3 Le Mans, where I was actually at Le Mans to see. But that's most of what I know from his career is stories from him and my dad and people around just telling what he did and what he came. So, but yeah, it's good to hear. He's a great guy, and I love being together with him. And I'm glad we have this now with World X. And from where I'm driving, it's the races is from his simulator. So I'll say hi to him and drive from there.
Okay, cool. How did you get involved with TK9? How did this happen afterwards?
Yeah. I think I mentioned to my uncle that I was driving sim racing and I was getting better to new cars and so on. And he asked me if I would try out, see if I could keep up with the fastest guy. And of course, Lasse has helped a lot with how to drive it and set up and so on. So that has helped. I think I'm getting better and hopefully soon get in the final.
Okay. Did you do any other esport championships or races before, or do you other championships at the moment?
On the esports side, I had been in a Formula 3 series with ARL, Apex Racing League. They had a Formula 3 championship which I drove. I don't. The result wasn't that convincing because it was only half a season, so didn't have the opportunity to get maximum points.
Okay. Do you have a sim at home to practice, or do you have to go to Tom all the time?
Yeah, I have a simulator. Just a problem. I'm getting a new computer because I can't drive without lagging with multiple cars. So when I get a computer, I'll be driving from home also the races. So it's just a precaution so I don't lag and crash into other cars.
Yeah. Do you think esports racing is a good opportunity also to practice for real racing?
Yeah, I definitely do. Also, if in cars, the winter break is very long. In karting, for most people, it doesn't affect that much because you drive almost all around here, or you can practice. But in cars, it's a lot harder. And I think the simulator give you the opportunity to don't get a step back. So when you got to the first race, you're ready. Also with racing close to other people and not making mistakes so easily. So I think it's a great opportunity to get better or maintain what you already have accomplished.
Mm-hmm. And what is your impression of the EX0? It's quite a beast. Huh?
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. I think with 1,000 horsepower is a lot. It's hard to handle. Also with now the Daytona setup was a lot from the rear, so that definitely a game changer to how the car reacted. It was really fun to drive it, but quite hard at the start. Yeah. So, but it's a good car. I think when you master it, very fast. So.
Now your team is doing the setup. Are you doing it or Lasse?
I think me and Lasse will talk a little bit about it, but mostly him, because he's more into it, into R Factor or that. Yeah.
So maybe a good chance for you too, or for you especially, to have a good result in Le Mans. Would be nice.
Yeah, I hope so, because all time I remember when I was a little kid, I was driving around in Le Mans in just a Logitech wheel and a PlayStation and Gran Turismo, just driving laps and laps and laps. So I can remember the track. So I think it's gonna be good to see what happens.
Have you ever been to Le Mans in real life?
Yeah, I actually have. My dad, he owns a travel company out to see Le Mans with the Danish guests. So I've been there 6 times, I think, now. Unfortunately, not this year. I had some test to do with the school and so on, so I had to prepare.
Yeah. We already talked a little bit about the climate crisis. The world is changing a little bit. How much are you talking about? Is this a topic in the school as well and your daily life? Is sustainability and what can you do to help the climate?
Yeah, of course it is. We have small things in our home to try to make it better. Also, we talk about it in school. We actually, me and my buddy, we had a chemistry project for the final test of the school year, and we have about plastic and how it in some plastic it can dissolve, become nothing, and some plastic it just keep as it is or go into microplastic. So as we made plastic there too, to see if we can dissolve it and make it disappear. So it's a big thing in also my life and so on. So it's definitely gonna change the way world is looking around to see if there are other methods than just the normal gas and so on.
Okay, cool, very good. If you dream of an electric car, which one would you choose at the moment? The one Tom is driving, the Audi?
Yeah, I think the Audi. I think it's a good car, but they need to get the battery up so it can drive longer and longer, not to recharge it. But yeah, it's definitely a cool car. 0 to 60 miles per hour is quite fast. Goes from 0 to 60 really fast. So
yeah, I had the chance to test one recently as well. It's really a rocket as well.
Yeah.
Last question. I read in your profile you are doing boxing as a hobby. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I have a local boxing gym center where I've been training the last 4 or 5 years, I think, to keep my form up, to get in a great shape. Definitely have been. Just in December, I had a surgery, so for 2 months I couldn't train. So that did hurt it, but going up there again. So yeah, boxing is quite hard. So it's fun to be there, and if you aren't in shape, you get hit. So yeah, you gotta go through it.
Okay, so no boxing on the racetrack anymore.
So
thanks so much. Thank you very much. It was nice to talk to you, and yeah, looking forward to see your progress in the next race in Tom's home race in Le Mans.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Thank you. Thank you for having me.